My Lords, yes, congratulations to the Noble Lord Lebedev for securing this short but crucial debate on free speech. Usually when I talk about the concerns of my organisation, the Academy of Ideas, that we have about the erosion of free speech as a key factor in the public's distrust of state institutions and fury at feeling their views aren't just ignored but silenced, or when others, like the Noble Lord Young of Acton, talked about the work of the Free Speech Union, it can get a groan in this House. There they go again, they say, scaremongering, hyperbolic, all the rest of it. So it's actually great that the issue is being taken seriously today. And when The Economist in May headlines with Europe's free speech problem and identifies the UK as one of the most censorious countries, we should all be worried, and I hope that the government is. The figures for arrests tell their own story. We've already heard 12,000 arrests a year, a 58% increase since 2019. But I note the library briefing for this debate stresses that convictions and sentencing for relevant offences are decreasing dramatically and tells us not to worry. But I actually find that even more worrying because it suggests that arrests are being used promiscuously to set an example, a warning to others that if they post or say the wrong thing, the police can turn up at their door, enforcers of conformism and suppressors of dissent regardless of the law. Fraser Myers, the journalist, asked recently, so what are we allowed to say in Britain that won't get you arrested? Certainly something does seem to have gone awry in terms of the police and criminal justice system. Every force in the country has a team of officers sifting through people's posts, trying to determine if they cross some undefined line. The Economist, discussing this special zealotry, concludes, quote, it's much easier to catch Instagram posters than thieves. The evidence is only a click away. Does the Minister worry that the police do indeed seem to have become distracted? Some of the details in recent high-profile cases do suggest skewed priorities. The Noble Lord Lebedev has already referred to the Times radio producer Maxie Allen and his partner, who were arrested for the crime of posting disparaging messages about their daughter's school in a private WhatsApp group. But the detail that I noticed was that Mr. Allen's partner asked for an example to the police officer of malicious communication. The detective stared blankly and then had to Google the crime. Or there's that case of the Met Police Intelligence Unit, who usually deal with terrorism and extremism, sending Kent Police to investigate tweets from Julian Fellows, a former police officer, about the rise of anti-Semitism since October the 7th pogrom. The body cam footage from that raid showed a police officer rifling through Mr. Fellows' book collection and expressing alarm at some of the, quote, very Brexity things on his shelf. Does the Minister, like me, wince when he hears this and wonder if the police have become politicised in their actions, or what are they up to? I'm worried that the police are going to lose credibility over this. On Saturday the 29th of June, 20-year-old Montgomery Toms, Monty, was arrested while standing alone quietly at the side of the London Pride March. His crime was wearing a handmade cardboard sandwich cutout board showing a trans flag equals mental illness message. Monty left the scene when approached by two officers, but 2 streets away he was surrounded by 11 officers, handcuffed, held in solitary confinement for 9 hours at Charing Cross Station, and while not charged with a crime, was placed on a pre-charge bail conditions. Such ludicrous overreach led Douglas Murray to write in The Spectator that if Monty had wanted to avoid being arrested, he should have worn a pro-jihad sign, or, even better, he could have indulged in a bout of phone thefts and then you wouldn't have seen a police officer for miles. But I don't want to just blame the police here. They take their direction from the top, and the message is clear that speech crimes are more on a par with or even more dangerous than real crimes. The UK government's public information campaign in relation to the riots was menacing. Think before you post it was their meme. The public fury about the excessive 31-month sentence for Lucy Connolly's offensive Facebook message about setting fire to hotels is partly because somebody like Philip Prescott, an actual rioter who physically attacked a mosque, was only sentenced to 28 months. No wonder the police see online communication as on a par with violent actions. Finally, on the data, we need to note that communications offences aren't the only gauge of attacks on free speech. Criminal lawyer Luke Gittos warns us that public order legislation, especially stirring up hatred as we've heard, is being defined too broadly and making people feel, quote, too scared to speak out about important topics in case they face criminal prosecution. Just final sentence, Mr Gittos recently successfully defended an ex-Royal Marine, Jamie Michael, charged with this offence, simply for posting a video of himself ranting about illegal migration. He was held for 17 days but acquitted in 17 minutes by a jury, and Mr Gittos reminds us that the jury system often acts as a curb on the worst excesses of the state, and now even that's under attack. Can the Minister assure us it will be protected?